Hi, my name is Kim West. Welcome to my channel. I help women dissolve stress, enhance their posture, and improve their pelvic floor health. In today's video, I'm sharing with you the top 3 mistakes that I see women make when they are trying to strengthen their pelvic floor muscles. The number 1 mistake I see by far is squeezing instead of lifting. If you've been squeezing, it's okay. It's not your fault. This is a very traditional way that women have been taught to strengthen their pelvic floor, but it is not the way to strengthening the pelvic floor. The pelvic floor is designed to move with your diaphragm and breath. And if you're able to follow that breath, you will be lifting instead of squeezing the pelvic floor. When you squeeze the pelvic floor, especially without any awareness of your breath, you are enhancing whatever imbalance you already have. If you think of a balloon and you squeeze the middle of it, the tops and the bottom of the balloon bulge out. It's not creating balance. If you have an injury or scar tissue or anything of imbalance in your pelvis, in the fascia, in the muscles, which everyone does at some degree, you're going to further bring your body into that imbalance. If you are prone to prolapse, you can potentially push the organ further into that prolapse by squeezing around it. That leads me to the number 2 mistake that I see, which is not using the exhale to lift your pelvic floor. As I mentioned earlier, the pelvic floor works in harmony with your diaphragm. When we inhale and air fills the lungs, the diaphragm contracts downwards, sending the pelvic floor down. When we exhale, the diaphragm contracts up, the pelvic floor follows and lifts. When people are trying to remember to breathe, they're often focusing on the inhale and they're taking a really shallow exhale or not even really thinking about it. And the exhale is just as important as the inhale. One way that can help you with this is inhaling low into your body. Instead of thinking of the air filling your chest, lifting the shoulders and puffing the chest out, think of breathing into your belly, low into your body. Inhale there. And take the slowest exhale you can. Take your time to let the air leave the lungs. The longer you go, the more capacity you have to lift your pelvic floor. The third mistake I see is not allowing the pelvic floor to relax. Some people have a chronically tight pelvic floor. Some people's pelvic floor is too slack. To be functional and healthy, it needs to know how to completely release and completely engage. If your pelvic floor is too loose or slack, you might think that relaxing it is not what you should be doing. But that's not necessarily the case. Your breath is what determines the health of your pelvic floor. So if you're not using your diaphragm to breathe, if you're not opening up your spine with healthy posture, your pelvic floor can be stuck where it's not relaxing or engaging. In order for any muscle to engage, it needs to also know how to relax. Going into the belly breathing, expanding will help you find that ease through your pelvic floor. Sitting on a pillow, a yoga bolster, or a big physio ball and breathing over the ball, imagining your pelvic floor widening as you inhale and gently lifting as you take a full, long exhale will help you avoid all 3 of these mistakes. I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments. Down below, I have a free guide to the top 3 exercises to tone your pelvic floor. Be sure to hit subscribe to receive more videos on wellness, movement, pelvic floor health, and posture.